Hi and hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to the weekly vlog. Why did I almost forget my line right there? I don't know. But welcome. We are starting a fresh new week off and it's gonna be a pretty regular week, I think. We're gonna do some stuff in the garden. I'm actually doing some garden shopping and just generally living life. Very exciting sell on this vlog. I know, doesn't that sound enticing? I'm sure that you can't wait to watch. No, I know that we love the cozy vibes here. Y'all get me. Y'all truly get me. And you know who else gets me? The sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. I am a Skillshare girly through and through. I've taken so many different classes on there and learned so much. If you're not familiar with Skillshare, where have you been? They're the largest online learning community. They offer thousands of different classes. You can honestly learn anything under the sun there. I love taking classes that keep me inspired, motivated, and learning new skills in relation to being a content creator. That's what I do full time. I'm very lucky to do that. And I like to, always be kind of improving when it comes to my editing, my thumbnails, stuff like that, and especially my organization and productivity. So Skillshare comes in really handy there. But I've also used Skillshare for more creative things. Like I did some beginner crochet classes and that really helped to inform my crochet journey and really helped to solidify a lot of the things that I was learning. They really do have something for everybody. They have classes on animation, illustration, design, film, photography, entrepreneurship. The list goes on and on. I love that you can learn new things on Skillshare at your own pace. It's modular lessons, so everything is broken down really nicely. It's very user-friendly when it comes to searching. It will recommend you classes. I am always getting the best recommendations. My list of classes to take is always just so long because there's so much I want to learn about on there. I actually just finished up a quick little class on Skillshare called Goal Getter Mini, Gain Clarity, Confidence, and Momentum in Your Creative Career. It gave me so many interesting little tidbits to think about, and one of the things that the instructor was really emphasizing is working on your goals one small step every single day. And it doesn't matter how small that thing is that you're going to do that day to reach your goal, but it's the idea of staying consistent with these small things and eventually they will compound and you will meet your goal. It's a really great reminder for me because I have a really hard time starting things, and the larger and more daunting that thing is, the harder of a time I have. So if I can just convince myself to do like one tiny thing to just get started, that will really get the ball rolling. And I love the idea of just breaking something down into smaller tasks. Like that is just a lot less stress inducing for me to think about. So that was just a really great reminder for me. And the thing about Skillshare is that they always have like it's very interactive. So there will be class projects to do. So for this class, there's actually a worksheet that helps you kind of make a roadmap and break your goals down. It's really nice to have something that you can visually see and use as a guide. So if there's anything that you are wanting to work towards or learn, I highly recommend checking out Skillshare, and the first 500 people who click the link down below in the description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Okay, bye. Enjoy the vlog. You'll probably see me looking like this later. Or you might not. We'll see. Anyways, bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the weekly vlog. I hope that you are all doing well. So it is currently Tuesday morning, and today we actually have multiple people at our house today. They're there right now, people doing maintenance, like the yearly maintenance on our heat pump, so they're going to be there for the morning. And then we also have somebody coming to trim the like hedge trees kind of thing that we have at the back of the yard, because they are just getting so out of control, and they're starting to block light from like the back of my garden. So I was like, we need to figure these out. So I think he's actually going to be cutting quite a bit of them off, like almost, yeah, I think they're going to be a lot shorter. I'm actually kind of nervous to see what they're going to look like because I love having them there. I want to prioritize light for my garden. So, and we also just should you know, be maintaining them and trimming them and everything every year. So he's going to cut them down to a manageable height for us. And yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. So since there's people like the guy in the backyard, whatever, but the heat pump people are in the house, so I can't really like, my computer's in the bedroom and they're going to be in there because one of the like, you know, heat pump heads is in there. So I was like, I'm not really going to be able to like do any filming or editing at home, so why don't I head out and go to the garden centers, because I've really been wanting to do that over the past few weeks and I just haven't had a chance. And I'm also filming a little reel, me trying to pick out my hanging basket, except for I'm like not buying any hanging baskets, I'm just buying other plants. So I've gone to Home Depot. I'm at Garden Works right now. I was just in there. I'm about to leave. I think I might head to Lowe's or Canadian Tire on my way home, because I'm on the hunt for a hanging basket, because I look forward to buying one every single year. I feel like it just adds so much charm to the home, and our home needs all of the charm that I can give it, because it is very just like a plain, not fancy looking house. So I want to like, you know, add these cutie kind of things where I can. So every year I look forward to picking out a hanging basket. But the thing is, I can't just pick any hanging basket because it is north facing, so I have to choose like a shaded or like maybe like part sun one. So I don't even know. I think I did like impatiens last year and then a begonia the year before that. This year, I don't know what I'm gonna do. None of the hanging baskets have been speaking to me. There actually was one in here that I loved, but like it just looked so cottagey and cute, but I think that it needed full sun. So I was like, oh, and I was thinking about buying it and I was like, maybe it would work anyways, or maybe I could like just move it if it starts not doing well, but it's $60. And that's the reason I didn't come here first, because I just knew that they were all going to be like $50 or $60 plus tax. So that's a lot of money to spend on a hanging basket. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to hit up another big box store on my way home. But what I have been finding are clematis. I have bought a clematis at each store I've gone to now, so I have 2 of them in the back. But I've really been wanting to get clematis this year because we have like the arbor thing built into our fence. So it's perfect for vining plants to grow up it. Well, hopefully it's going to be perfect. I mean, I don't think the soil is great there, but I'm going to try to amend it and do the best that I can. So I really liked a clematis at Home Depot and I bought it, and then I came here and there was another one that I really liked, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm getting 2. I have lots of space anyways, like along the fence there. So yeah, I'm really excited about these, but my intention was to get a hanging basket, and now I haven't got a hanging basket, but I've got 2 clematis. So yeah. Anyways, I wanted to start the vlog because it is Tuesday. I didn't really end up vlogging yesterday. And yeah, I just wanted to get things rolling this week. Not too much is going on, probably just garden stuff. I was out in the garden this morning. I've been out in the garden literally every single morning. Like, I am really proud of myself with how consistent and dedicated I have been to getting this garden up and running. But the thing is, like, I will spend an hour to an hour and a half out there every morning, and it just feels like I need more time than that. Like, once everything is going, I think it'll be better, but since we're still trying to get this last raised bed set up, and just like I'm still trying to get a bunch of the like major weeding done from the winter, like everything that's come up in the winter and the beginning of the spring, I'm still catching up on. And along with that, I'm, you know, planting, I'm sowing seeds, I'm watering, like I'm just trying to do all the maintenance plus all this other like setup and just like getting things going kind of stuff. So I feel like I've been spending so much time back there, but it is still not enough. So yeah, I'm still just like chipping away. This morning I actually planted my tomatoes, which is really exciting. They've been living on the deck. And now it's warm enough for them to actually just like, they've been staying overnight for the last few nights and they've been doing great. So I just put them in the raised beds and in 2 of my like self-watering tomato planters with like the built-in trellis. I did 1 in each of those. So I have 6 tomatoes going so far. And yeah, I sowed a bunch of seeds the other day, so things are really coming along. Now I'm gonna have these clematis. Oh, I also planted my blueberries yesterday, and they look so cute in their pots, so I'm really happy with that. So yeah, things are going Things are great. I am absolutely parched. Thank goodness I brought my water bottle. So I think I'm gonna drink some water. I brought a banana with me. I'm gonna have a banana for a snack, and then I'm gonna head and check out my last stop or two here and see if I can finally find a hanging basket. I just don't want to spend a lot of money, like if I'm not absolutely obsessed, you know what I mean? Like I found one here that was so cute and cottagey, but I just don't think it would have worked, and I'm not going to spend $60 on something. So like if I'm not sure it's going to suit the spot and sure that I love it, because there was another one that I saw that said shade on it, and I was like, okay, I'll go check it out. And it was nice, but it wasn't like, it was still $50, and it wasn't like $50 nice, you know what I mean? So if it was like $20, then sure, I could see the potential. But yeah, so I'm looking for something just a little bit like I think $30 is ideally what I would like to spend on one, but I'll see what I can find. It's actually crazy how expensive indoor plants are expensive too, house plants as well, but just like it makes you realize, like when you see people's property and they have these like this crazy landscaping and crazy gardens, and it just, yeah, I never realized before just how expensive these things are. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, anyways, okay, bye. It is currently 8:23. I've already been out in the garden for like over an hour just doing shoveling and whatnot. I'm actually so sore today. Well, not so sore. I'm kind of sore today, but I feel like that shoveling just made it worse. I'm assuming from garden stuff that I did yesterday, and I spent like 4 hours yesterday building the new cabinet thing that we got from IKEA, and it's really cute. I'll show it to you, but oh my gosh, it took forever. So I was like just kind of crouched in awkward positions building that. So I think that is also why my arms are kind of sore today. Building IKEA furniture. I had a shower and then put these pajamas on because I have a lot of editing to do this morning, so I might as well be cozy for that. I actually pressed these pajamas the other day to get the collar like nice and crisp again, because it was just so luxurious when I received these pajamas and they were all just like pressed and crisp. So I was like, we haven't ironed, why don't I just do that again? Like it'll only take a few minutes, even though I've like never ironed anything in my life. So I didn't do the best job, but yeah, I did both sets of these pajamas after I washed them, and it makes them so nice. Like it was totally worth it. I'm probably gonna keep doing it just so that they're nice for me to put on, because nothing can beat the feeling at the end of the day of having a shower, putting on these nice crisp pressed pajamas, going to sit in my reading chair on the deck with a cup of tea and my book. Like, you literally, that is my dream. So I figure I'll just take the few minutes to press the pajamas. So that's gonna be a new routine in my life. It was very satisfying though. Like it was one of those things that I found very meditative to do. So yeah, really enjoyed that. The skin is definitely getting better, but it is still just, yeah, I don't know. I saw one of y'all say in the comments that it's probably because of all the stress that I went through in April, and I agree, like that's what I am thinking as well. But I don't know, sometimes it just decides to go crazy for whatever reason. But I've been using these little pimple patches, like the hydrocolloid band-aid little cover things. They have salicylic acid and tea tree, and they kind of just like heal up your pimples underneath there, and they're kind of cute too. So I got these star ones, and I also got these little, they have cloud flowers and hearts. I think I'm gonna do the cloud today. It's a rainy day. We're actually going into a little bit of a rainy stretch, it looks like, over like the next 4 days. These ones are kind of big. The star ones are smaller, but whatever. Boop. This one is not bad anymore, but I'm gonna use this for one more day. So cute, little cloud. I honestly wish that these were a thing when I was in high school. That would have been very nice. I also want to redo my nails soon. I actually don't even think I've shown y'all my nails for this week. This is Poems for a Harvest Moon, which is like a coral, it's like an orange with a lot of pink shimmer through it. So pretty. This is literally one of my top favorite mooncat polishes, which is kind of surprising since it is orange and I typically stay away from, not stay away, but warmer colors just aren't usually my favorite. But this one, something about it, it's just, I don't know, I love it so much. And the formula, like, it's so smooth and just, I'm obsessed. And then on the other hand, I have After the Rain, which kind of matches because it has an orange shimmer through it. So I feel like these two are so cutie together. I actually saw someone in my Discord pair these together, I think. So after I saw that, it looked so good, I was like, I also need to pair those together. Okay, I need to scrunch my hair. I just steal my boyfriend's hair stuff every day. Well, not every day. Whenever I wash my hair and then do it. I have not been using heat on my hair, like, at all, which is really nice. I mean, even when it was long. Oh my gosh. My life just flashed before my eyes. My camera just fell into the sink and got wet. Hopefully it's okay. Please be okay. What the heck? My mount thing just fell right off of my mirror. Rude. Okay. Put you here then. Anyways, I just steal my boyfriend's hair stuff because he cut his hair shortly after I cut mine. This is Beach Texturizer. It's like a texturizing gel. I don't know. I just use like a tiny, just a tiny amount and use it to scrunch my hair. We both do our hair the same now, me and my boyfriend, which is kind of funny. When I don't do this and I just let my hair, the other day I just let it dry naturally and it dried so flat, it just did not look great. Although I think I might have been wearing a hat and it just like, yeah, it was very flat. So I was like, okay, it definitely makes a big difference. When I go in, I put a little bit through my bangs as well and it just keeps them kind of like nice. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I'm no expert here, but yeah, after I get it through, I just scrunch it. You could probably do this with like a sea salt spray or something too. I think that's what I'm gonna try. Actually, I should have done it today since I'm just like editing today and it wouldn't matter if it didn't turn out good. But I have a sea salt spray from Design Me and I've been wanting to try using that. So I just scrunch it and then as it dries, I kind of flip it around. Y'all have seen me looking crazy in the vlogs with my hair like all flipped around while it's drying. I leave it just parted middle-ish first and then in like half an hour, 20 minutes or half an hour, I will flip it, leave it for another 20 minutes or half an hour, and then I'll flip it on the other side, leave it for another 20 minutes or half an hour. Or honestly, sometimes if I'm busy or if I'm like heading out, I'll just leave it like this and it still dries fine. But yeah, I feel like this is just what adds the little bit of wave that really gives me the look that I like with this haircut. Anyways, I'm gonna brush my teeth, finish getting ready, and then I want to show y'all the plants that I got. So see you shortly. Okay, I'm back because I wanted to share my scent of the day because that has been something that I just look forward to every single morning. Even if I'm just like chilling, editing, and not really, you know, doing much, I will still give a little spritz. This is what I wore yesterday. The Dime Core Memory. I love this one so much. It is citrusy and cheerful. It has like a little bit of a deeper, like spicier. I think that I really love the combination of fruity and spicy is something that I'm discovering about myself because I also have another one that is like a spicy watermelon scent, which I forget. I remember you wearing it last summer. Wave Child, is that it? I think that might be it. I don't know, I actually started a spreadsheet to catalog all of my little fragrances, to kind of like rate them and just keep track of my thoughts. My favorite one currently is this one, Lease Bow, and I actually looked into purchasing a full size. I think I might have 2 of these small ones, which is good, but I looked into purchasing a full size of this and it was like $300. So I don't think I'll be buying that for myself anytime soon, but I'm just obsessed with this one. It is the perfect kind of like warm, cozy, a little bit of sweetness. It is just so delicious. So I've been obsessed with that, but I'm like savoring it so I don't use it very often. Oh yeah, see, I have another one of it too, thank goodness. Maybe I will use it today. Maybe I will use it today. I feel like I could use the boost. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm going for it, since I have 2 of them. Maybe I will treat myself to a full size of this at some point. Maybe for my birthday or something, I don't know. That's just so much money. I have too many like hobbies and interests. I can't dive too deep into the perfume rabbit hole. Very spicy, warm. I don't know. I'm bad at describing, but it is just perfect, I feel. Woody, definitely woody, very woody. Warm and woody. A little bit spicy, a little bit sweet. That wood is like, after it settles for a few seconds, the wood is really coming through strong. Yeah, I think that I cataloged it the other day, and I think it has like multiple types of wood, cedar wood, some other type of wood, and incense, maybe? I don't know, it's gone from my brain. Okay, so here is the cabinet that I built yesterday. It's so stinking cute, and it is super functional here because this spot just, well, first of all, I had nowhere to put this cabinet, so it was sitting on the floor because there used to be a small little table here and we ended up moving it. So now that cabinet has just like a perfect kind of display spot. And this spot was just like collecting so much just like random crap that we would need before we walked out the door, like olive stuff or sunglasses, hats, stuff like that. And now we have so much space I still need to wipe it down. It's got like my fingerprints from building it yesterday, but there's so much space in here for storage. So that is super nice. And then of course there is a drawer down here. So, whoops, I'm super happy with it. And I'm just in love with the color, this really like deep teal. I'm super into, well, I have been for a while, really into like greeny blues. I was thinking about going with a warmer kind of color palette. This is why I'm so indecisive with painting the house. I've talked about this so many times, but I keep changing my mind because I used to think like, oh, I want something just like warm, like light and warm in here, but now I'm kind of liking cooler tones like blues and greens and teals and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, the walls, the way they are now, they're this like light blue gray, and honestly I'm not mad about it. It's just that they're so dinged up, so they do need to be repainted eventually. But what color I'm gonna choose, I have no idea. I feel like I'm back at square one. But yeah, anyways, cabinet is super cute. So yeah, I'm stoked about that. And then as for the flowers that I got, I hope nobody is out here because I'm gonna go out in my PJs, which, I mean, let's be real, is something that I do pretty frequently. Clematis that I got, they are literally so pretty. Look at that. Like I could croak. So this one, the variety is called Vancouver Sea Breeze, which is so cute. It's like, I don't know, I guess it's like a lilac / periwinkle kind of purple. It's more purple in the middle, and then it has more of like a bluey kind of tone around the edge. I mean, it's purple, but it is really pretty. And this one has another flower. up here. This is actually the second one that I bought yesterday. The first one that I spotted was this one. It has this beautiful, like really deep fuchsia, almost like a velvety looking flower. It's so pretty. This is a little bit of a smaller flower. I was really unsure of whether I would go with a color that I liked better and a smaller flower. I don't know. I was just taking forever to decide. I found this one at Home Depot. It has multiple flowers as well. I just love this deep color. I think that that's so pretty. But yeah, these ones have a flower size of 4 to 6 inches. So anyways, I bought this one first because I was like, you know what? Even though it's a smaller flower, I really love the color. And then at the next garden place I went to is where I found this sea breeze one, and I'm so glad that I ended up getting this one as well. This one gets a flower size of 6 to 8 inches, so definitely bigger, as we can see. But yeah, I'm just obsessed with both of them. I can't wait to get them planted. Oh, this one has more flowers behind here too. It's just so gorgeous. I guess while I'm out in the front here, I'll give you a little update on my little flower border garden here. So it is mostly foxgloves. Like all of these guys are foxgloves. They're probably planted way close together, but I didn't expect all of them to survive. Even that one, it like lost almost all of its leaves, but now it is growing back again. So they're very hardy. I need to weed in here again. The weeds are really coming up. So I planted a few different flowers in here. I have a few marigolds that you can see. This is a marigold right there, and then right there. And I also planted, what's it called? Like baby blue eyes or something, like a shorter kind of creeping plant. And then yesterday I came back in here and planted, or a couple days ago, and planted cosmos, a mixed pack of shorter cosmos. So I'm trying to play with different heights and everything, but this is my first time planting something like this with different flowers, so I guess we'll see what it ends up looking like. I'm mostly just excited to see the foxgloves. Some of them are looking really well. Also this grass from the front is like, yeah, I need to get out here and weed again. But yeah, this little area is making me so happy. I have my little quail family too that usually goes in here, but I took them out because these little seedlings are coming up, but they're so cute. My boyfriend got me these for Christmas. They're like a little family of quail, so I normally have them standing up in here. Look, this is the dad. So cutie. And the little babies. And then this is the flower basket that I ended up getting. I had to look high and low for this. All I could find for shaded areas were begonia and what's it called, impatiens, which I've already done, and I really wanted to do something different for the hanging basket this year, so I got this, which I think is some type of fuchsia. Yeah. I ended up finding it at Rona, and it was $30, like exactly what I wanted to spend, so it kind of worked out perfectly. But I was so happy when I saw that shade symbol right there. I was like, thank God, because they're so hard to find. But they open up into these crazy, none of them are fully open yet. I wanted to get one with like the most flowers, and this one was mostly closed, and I was like, perfect, because I'll be able to watch them open. But they're so interesting. My boyfriend was actually really stoked about this. He was like, that's such a cool one. And I have to agree. It is pretty neat. So that is the hanging basket for this year. It's so cutie. And tons of flowers on here too. Anyways, that is my flower haul. I need to look into, I looked into clematis a little bit. Oops, what's my camera doing? Before I bought it, or before I decided I wanted to buy it, because I just wanted to make sure it was going to work for the spot that I'm thinking. And it will, but I still don't know like the details of caring for it, so I need to do some more research. But I'm thinking of planting it along, this is not the best window to show you actually. Oh, also, I ended up ordering another septum ring, and it went in so easily, so now I have my double hoop situation back. Just a little update from the last vlog. Okay, so we have this like arbor thing here. I don't know. Let me try to zoom in. Yeah, this arbor thing that is attached to the fence. I'm thinking about growing the clematis up here, But okay, so I'm thinking of doing the purple, the Vancouver Sea Breeze, the purple, lighter purple one here. And then I'm kind of wondering if I could plant the other darker one like in front of one of these T-posts, that it could kind of grow up along the post and like the garden netting. That came into my head and I was like, that might be a really cute way to like, because I hate this freaking deer fence. It's so ugly and just annoying. But it might be fun to utilize it with like a climbing plant like that. So maybe I will do that. I also am thinking of planting some of my squash out here along the arbor thing as well, and seeing if I can grow some squash vertically up it, because I don't think that the deer would bother squash. Oh, we're still zoomed in. I need to get into editing mode here, so I'll see y'all later. It's gonna be rainy today. Every day lately, it has been cloudy and overcast like this, but it doesn't rain. So I actually hope that it will rain today so that I don't have to bother watering. But it looks really pretty at this hour. It is 5:45. Let me sit back down here. I just had my coffee and read some of my book. I am currently reading Revelator by Daryl Gregory. This is a very slow burn. It's a Southern Gothic about a family that lives in the backwoods of Tennessee, and they secretly worship this mountain god. It reminds me of something that I would have read in school. And I can't really expand on that or articulate why, just the way that it's written, like it's really well written. But yeah, definitely a slow burn. I won't lie, there has been points when I have been a little bit bored, but not super bored, just kind of points that are just like, it's a slow burn. I don't know what to tell you. But it has a very just like unsettling, kind of creeping feeling. Like you just know something's coming. And I have seen in people's reviews that they say the last 100 pages are when everything just like starts happening, and the slow build is really worth it. And I am in the last 100 pages now. I'm on page 231, and I think there's just over 300 pages, and it is really starting. 333 pages. So I'm just about to enter into the last 100 pages, and things are definitely happening. I'm actually reading this with the audiobook. Like, what do they call that? Immersive reading, or I don't know what the girls are calling that these days. But I'm listening to the audiobook as I'm reading this, and I'm really enjoying that. So I think that that's part of the reason that I've just been flying through this, because I only started this a few days ago. But yeah, it's a very just like unsettling kind of story. I love the setting. I love the time period. The characters are really well done. So yeah, I don't think that this would be everybody's cup of tea, but if you want a slow burn Southern Gothic set in Tennessee in the 1930s, I think that this could entice you for certain. I'm really excited to finish it because I think stuff is about to go down with the ghost daddy. Anyways, I am just about to do my little schedule for the day. So I've been really into my routines lately. I like have my evening routine really nailed down. I have my morning routine nailed down. I get up, make my coffee, give Olive her heart pill, and, you know, drink water, turn on all my plant lights, and then I come and read until like 5:45, and then I sit down and do my schedule for the day. I'm still using the one that I got for my iPad, and I'm still really liking that. It's not fancy, like literally sometimes it only looks like this, just some things written down, but I don't care. Like, it doesn't have to be fancy as long as it is functional. So I'm just gonna roughly I like to just write down all the things I need to do and then pop them into like the timed schedule section, because that is the only way that I actually stay on track throughout the day. So yeah, I'm gonna do some planning, and then at 6 o'clock I do my indoor plant care, and then at 7 o'clock I go out to the garden. This is why I've been so into my routine lately, I think, is because if I don't do all these things and get all these things done, like the indoor plant care, and I like to get some reading in, then I feel like I don't make it out to the garden. But if I do all of these things, then it leads to me going out to the garden for an hour, and I've got a lot to do out there. So yeah, good morning. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's Thursday. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm gonna do a garden update this morning because I just went out there and I feel like things are just happening. I didn't go out yesterday because I woke up a little bit late, and it was also just super rainy. So I was like, you know what, it's fine. I don't need to water anything, so I'm just gonna skip. But I'm back out today. I have a lot of just random little tasks to do. I'm hoping to plant my clematis, but we'll see. I also want to pull some weeds, and what else do I have to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to sort out my peas. Actually, I might do that right now because it will just look a little bit tidier if I sort them out first. But I want to take you out with me because yeah, I just walked out and I was like, wow, like my cabbage are looking so big. Some of my seeds are sprouting. It's so exciting. And it's not raining right now. It's super gloomy and overcast, but I don't think it's actually raining. So I'll be able to take this camera out, which is nice. So let's go check it out. Okay, I'm gonna start over here at the back of the garden because look at these potatoes. We potted these up together a few weeks ago on the vlog, and they are absolutely taking off. I think all of them have come up now. Look at this one.
It is so lush. I actually need to top these up with soil. Maybe that's something else I will do today. I don't know. I always just have so many tasks. This one is not looking very lush, but there is a couple coming up in there. But yeah, they are looking amazing. The one over there is also coming up a little bit. And this is full of cilantro, which actually came up from last year. I guess seeds must have just fallen in here. I did transplant some of them out into a couple of the beds, so you'll see that, but I decided to just leave this because I love cilantro, and I guess it'll be nice to just have this whole pot fill out with it. Oh my gosh, look at that weed. Do you see that? It's quite pretty. Here's a strawberry bed. It's looking pretty good. I still need to mulch this with straw. That is another thing that's on my list. I have these horrible weeds. What a curse, honestly. And something that I learned this week, which I didn't know, is that these are called horsetail, and you're actually not supposed to pull them out from the root, which is what I have been trying to do, obviously, because I feel like most weeds, you're supposed to pull them out from the root, but I guess that just encourages the rhizome to put out a million more shoots, so you're not supposed to do that, and I have been pulling these out all over my garden for like the past 2 months, and they're horrible. Like, they just keep coming back up. And apparently they are not a good thing to have in your garden because they're super, super hard to get rid of. So that kind of sucks, but at least now I know that you're just supposed to like cut them or break them off at the base so that they don't produce more. So that's super annoying, but I'm just going to be cutting them off as I see them, like trying to keep up with it as best as I can. I am facing way more challenges in the garden this year than I was last year. Like, I can't even tell y'all. I had a slug issue last weekend, which sent me into a spiral. So some of my plants, if you can see here, have copper around them like that. Because my cabbage, I had to pull actually a lot of things in this back bed because they just got destroyed by slugs. It's not so bad now. I don't know if, I mean, the copper seems to kind of be helping, but I can literally see a slug on that back one. I think I might have to take it and put it like around the perimeter of the beds, but I saw in the reviews someone said that they just did it like little scrunchies around each of their seedlings and it worked well, so that's why I did it that way. But I might have to actually put something around the perimeter of the bed or put coffee grounds because that's something else that I've heard works. But I would really rather just deter the slugs than kill them or drown them or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm trying these methods first, but it did really suck to have to pull. I had to pull all my scallions, a big parsley plant, multiple cabbage, and a cauliflower as well, or two. So it really was a bummer, and it sucks that I'm dealing with so many weeds, like crazy weeds this year, and slugs, both things that I never really dealt with last year. So yeah. Oh, and also I had ants in, actually I do have ants in a couple of the beds. One of my, what was it, cabbage plants that was looking really good was killed because they were just infested. Like, they had like their freaking ant hill, or it wasn't even a hill, it was like they're all underground around the root ball, and it killed the cabbage. So didn't know that ants were a thing that I had to worry about, but I guess that they are. Anyways, enough of the struggles, back to the positive updates. Look at all of the strawberries coming in on my strawberry plants. Super, super excited about that. Luckily, strawberries are really resilient because I have not been super on top of maintaining this bed, although I have fertilized them, so that's good. And then over here, this is the bed that was super sluggy, and it's quite empty now, but I'm very hesitant to plant into it just because they seem to really go for this bed, and I think it's because it's at the back of the yard, it's the most moist, and yeah, I don't know, they just really went for this one. But what I do currently have living in here is a cauliflower, marigold, some peas. These are more of like a bush type sweet pea. They aren't gonna get like super tall like my other sweet peas that you'll see in a minute. This is a tomato right here. I planted all my tomato out last week. And I don't know if this is cabbage or broccoli. I think maybe cabbage, but as you can see, it got pretty beat up from the slugs. Still hanging on though. In this bed, we have my broccoli at the end here, two of them. They're still looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm really excited about those. I hope that they continue to grow well for me. And then we have two cherry tomatoes right here. I did plant beans here, so we'll see if those end up coming up. And then down here we have a lettuce. I actually bought this as a start from the grocery store because I saw it and I was like, you know what, it would be nice to have a lettuce that's like actively growing and not just like my little seedlings. So I grabbed that singular lettuce just in case we need a few leaves for like tacos or whatever, you know. It's always just nice to have. My cosmos have been settling in really nicely here. So cute. There's a little marigold there, which I am surprised is hanging on because it was not looking good because of the slugs. Apparently slugs really like marigolds as well. So yeah. And then these are my climbing sugar snap peas. Oh shoot, it's starting to rain. Oh no, my camera's not waterproof. These are my climbing sugar snap peas, which have been a very good lesson for me this year. I don't know why I just planted them like scattered under here and not like at around each support, because they are just like reaching and I'm trying to like guide them or attach them on. I don't know why I thought that they were just gonna grow and then like find their way, which they kind of are, but it would just be way easier if I would have planted them like around each thing. I'm thinking of actually, I have more of these stakes, so I'm thinking of actually adding more to give them more options. But yeah, that is a really good lesson for me, and that is what gardening is about. Like I'm always just learning, and then I implement that lesson the next time I plant them. Here's my raspberry bush, which is looking so good. This is probably one of the nicest things in my garden right now. It just looks so lush and happy. I wonder if I can find a photo of it last year because it was looking so bad last year. I barely had any canes. And it's absolutely just exploded this year, so I can't wait to see how many raspberries I end up getting. It is starting to flower here, if you can see that. It's so cute, but just look how healthy it looks. Like, I am obsessed. I love growing berries. Just gorgeous. And I have been working on cleaning up my tayberry bed over here, although it is looking quite chaotic because I just did it too late, honestly, so it was really hard to tame these. Yeah, so they're still like trying to spill out a little bit. The twine is like hanging on for its dear life in there. But I think I'm gonna have a ton of tayberries. We usually get a ton of tayberries. Like this bush just goes crazy, even though I do like nothing barely to maintain it. It's just very vigorous. So yeah, we have a lot of berries starting to come in, if you can see there, which is really exciting. So yeah, she looks crazy, but I think I'm still gonna get a lot of berries. It's so cute having these two berry bushes in here. I never would have planted them, so I am kind of happy that they were here from the previous owner because I love harvesting all of the berries. Okay, and then over here in this bed, there's not too much that you can see, but I have seeded some things in here. I don't even really remember what, to be honest with you. And that is a problem that I'm facing with my seed sowing, is that I just keep forgetting. I think I did take a photo and like draw on it and write down, but I can't recall off the top of my mind. But as you can see, we have another cosmos, we have cauliflower, marigold, cauliflower. We have a tomato over here, nasturtium, broccoli, I believe, and another marigold. And yeah, we'll just find out what is gonna pop up. I know that I have like this half seeded with something. So yeah, we'll see. And then we have my garlic, which is looking amazing. It's so lush. I can't believe how tall it is. I didn't even know that garlic got this tall. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's huge. Do you see next to the wheelbarrow? My goodness. Yeah, so I have so many garlic. Look at these stupid things. They're growing here too. Like, that's so annoying. So I need to cut them off. I went around and added more fertilizer to the garlic the other day to every single bulb. So they should be nice and happy. Here are my blueberry plants that I potted up earlier this week. I scooped this mulch in, but I haven't like spread it. Oh yeah, and the bed with the peas. I know that the mulch looks crazy in that bed. I just need to smooth it out. I was just in a hurry to scoop it on. But this is a silverleaf variety of blueberry. I think it's called Silver Dollar actually. And I don't remember what this variety is called, but different type of blueberry. And yeah, I'm so glad that I have these potted up here. They look so good. These are herb planters that I need to deal with. And then here we have the new bed, which is really exciting. And I am in love with the darker green color. It is so, so pretty. So I'm really happy to have this up and running here. It's crazy to have these two big beds here now. We actually successfully moved the parsley and thyme plants from the small wooden planters that were here before, because like, look how big and established they are. I mean, the thyme, it's looking okay actually. It's looking okay. I think just because it's like laying in a different direction, it looks funny, but I think that it's still healthy. And then in the bed next to that one, we have nasturtium, cosmos, broccoli, cabbage, and another cosmos. I've planted carrots, seeded carrots all along here. I've seeded beets all along here. And then I've done, oh my gosh, they're actually coming up. I've done bush beans here. And then I've done snapdragons here, I think. I'm trying to remember. And then I have some different flowers in between. I can't remember. These are either, what's the other one? Not zinnia, but what's the other one? I'm totally forgetting. I want to say cosmos, but is that right? Maybe they are cosmos. I don't know. But I planted some of my fun flower varieties kind of in between these cabbage. It's probably going to be pretty tight because I think that they get pretty big, but we'll see how it goes. And then I also planted more here, but they haven't come up yet. These are just weeds, I think. I'll have to pull those later. And then this is the bed at the very front of the garden. This bed is actually new as well. I don't know if y'all remember me putting this one together in the dining room several vlogs ago now. But yeah, the plants in here are doing amazing. I think because this bed has all fresh new garden soil. Like, look at how, zinnia. That's the name of the other flower I was trying to remember over there. But look at how lush this cosmos is compared to the others. Like, the other ones look okay, but look at this one. Like, it just looks amazing. So that's stunning. I have some little cilantros that I moved over here. I have some little, I think that these are beets. Like, look how pink they are. I think that they are beets that I've planted here. This is, I want to say kale or something. I think it might be kale. Now I've planted so many things and I can't keep track. Like this, what are you? It could be a flower. I honestly don't know what that is. I think that that is spinach right there. This is definitely kale. That one right there. This is lettuce right here. And then this is also kale. I think that one's lacinato kale. And this one is curly kale. Or I could have that backwards. But they're definitely both kale. And then we have marigold right here. Oh, and this nasturtium is looking amazing. Look at the size of the leaves coming in on this one. Yeah, this bed is just going turbocharged. It could also be because I think this bed gets the most sun as well. And look at this. I think it could be a bean. I think it could be because I planted bush beans around this area and also around this area, but I don't see anything coming up here yet. Look at my cabbage though. They are getting massive. This is what I saw when I came out and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to grab the camera and show them because it's looking so good. And now I'm only down to a few cabbage in the garden, so I have to really appreciate and care for the ones that I do have. But yeah, they're huge. I don't know why this one is planted so far back, but okay. So pretty. These are called Wakefield Jersey cabbage, or Jersey Wakefield cabbage, something like that. Yeah, really, really cute. And then this one over here is a broccoli, which is also looking just stunning. I also planted a couple of tomato in these little tomato planters here. So we have my Manitoba tomato, which is like a regular size tomato, and then I have Sweet Million, which is cherry tomato, and they look like they're both settling in really well. As you can see, I still have random things to do, like rake out these wood chips. I feel like I'm just constantly moving wood chips around since we have been adding a couple more beds this spring. But yeah, I need to get these raked out. Last but not least, we have the green stalk, which is actually doing really well. So in the top here, all of my carrots have come up. Look at that. They are looking stunning. I actually need to spin it a little bit today. There we go. This is alyssum. Only one of them came up. I don't know how many seeds I put in, but it was more than one. But you know what? At least we have one. The rest of the carrots, they're all looking really good all the way around. And then the strawberries are also looking amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm like slipping on this wood chip pile here. Yeah, strawberries are looking stunning. And then down at the bottom, we have lots of potatoes that have come up. Also spinach here, that's potatoes. This is actually a cauliflower and arugula, I believe. Potatoes, potatoes, cauliflower, potatoes, potatoes, marigold, which is very cute, and cauliflower. Wow, I actually have a lot of cauliflower in here. This one, whatever is in here, actually it's potatoes. I remember doing potatoes all in the bottom row, and they haven't come up, so I'll have to keep an eye and see if they come up or not, or if I'm gonna have to plant something else in this pocket. Just gonna thin these a little bit. Some little seedlings coming up. Sorry, little buddy. Sorry. Spinach seedlings are so cute. Like, they have such long leaves. Anyways, it's looking amazing. This thing has been so fun to have. I am just loving it, as well as the whole garden. Like, even though I've been having a lot of difficulties this year, overall, I'm really just enjoying getting out here every day. I feel like it's really good for me, mentally and physically. So, yeah, that's a little garden update. Lots of weeding to do still, though. Like, look at these. These are those stupid horsetail things when they get bigger. So I need to come in and break them all off. Instead of pulling them. Oh, there's a random zip tie. Let's grab that. Anyways, yeah, that is the garden update.
Hello, friends of the vlog. Oh my gosh. Looked like I was balding for a second. The way the light is shining on these hairs here. What the heck? Okay, I do look kind of crazy today. I didn't get ready today. I haven't even washed my face. I've brushed my teeth, but I have been trying to have a productive day, but it kept just kind of getting, well, I actually was out in the garden for a couple of hours, and then my boyfriend wanted to go run some errands, and I love running an errand, so I went with him. And then I had to drive him somewhere else after that, and by the time I got home it was like, you know, time to have lunch, and then it's the afternoon, and I'm working on a project right now, a planty kind of project for my main channel. I'm trying to do this faux stained glass thing on one of my mini plant cabinets, and I'm running into a lot of roadblocks. It's quite difficult, so I'm feeling a little defeated, but I'm just chipping away at it. I think this is gonna take me a long time though, like several days to complete. So yeah, I'm just kind of working on it. But right now, it is Saturday evening. I am actually just making some craft dinner for dinner. And then I don't know why, I knew the water was boiling and I just got this out and set it on the counter and then walked away without putting it in. So I'm gonna put this in right now. But yeah, I'm wanting to keep working on that cabinet thing, but I'm also just kind of wanting to have a bath and have a cozy little Saturday night. So I might work on painting that a little bit longer and then getting settled for the night. Oh, that's not what I need. This is what I need. Anyways, oh my gosh. I just remembered. We have my aardvark box here to unbox as well. So maybe when I'm all cozy in my PJs later, we'll do that. I just have so many things that I want to do that are vying for my time, even on the weekends. Like it's like you just have to keep going if you want to do all of the things that you want to do. Hello, my love. Hello, my love. Girl, girl, girl. Girl, girl, girl. Oh, she likes when I sing to her. Oh, baby. Oh, my baby. Yes. It's not time yet. Did y'all know that this is the love of my life? Right here. Aww. Aww. You know that, don't you? She's like fully perched on me. Anyways, also I have reading updates. I have started reading Mary by Nat Cassidy, and so far it's very promising. I finished Revelator and it was very, very good. The ending left me shook, like the last line. I love when a book has a good last line. Like, I eat that up. It honestly, like, bumps up the rating for me. Like, if they can wrap it all up and put a pretty little bow on it with that very last line, I love that. And that's exactly what that book did. I guess I could... Oh my gosh, she is wild, you guys. She is just a wild girl these days, aren't you, baby? Okay, where's your croc? She's obsessed with her crocodile. Oh my gosh.
Wait. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this for a few minutes while, oh my gosh, it's only 2 minutes until that's ready. That went by fast. So yeah, Revelator was stunning. I loved the story. It was very, like, it wasn't scary. So if you want a Southern Gothic, that's not like, I mean, it definitely has horror elements. And it's interesting because I was just looking at an Instagram post the other day from Mother Horror, I think. They do really good, like, horror book recommendations. But she shared a post saying, like, does horror need to be scary? And the answer was no. And, you know, there's like all these different like ways that horror can be unsettling. And yeah, it was a really good post. But anyways, this definitely was like a very creeping, kind of sinister story, but it wasn't scary. Like it's not something that's gonna like keep you up at night, you know? Where is your crocky? Okay, go get him. You go. Go girl. Sometimes you gotta hoax her a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I love the setting. Tennessee backwoods in the 1930s, and, you know, had just like creepy religious elements. Why aren't you bringing him back? Go get that crocky. The only thing that I didn't really like about it is that there's a lot of characters and I don't do well with that. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I was kind of confused until like, I don't know. I was confused around the like maybe beginning to middle kind of part of the book. It just seemed like new people kept popping up. But I'm just kind of bad at following things sometimes, so I don't know. But by the end, like I knew who was who and I knew what was going on, and I actually really liked the characters. I thought that they were well done. But yeah, I really liked it, and I'm really excited to have read another one of my, oh my gosh, it's loud, another one of my Ethel Cain kind of, not inspired, but Ethel Cain core books off of my little list that I have going. I'm just gonna strain this quickly. Okay, I'm gonna stick you here for a moment. I think that Robert Eggers or someone like that should make Revelator into a movie, I think that it would make a phenomenal horror movie, especially if it was made by somebody who is really good at capturing that kind of just like dark, creeping atmosphere. So yeah, really love Revelator. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 stars, because the only reason I really docked a star is because I found it kind of confusing at times, but you know, whatever. And it wasn't like, yeah, I don't know, it just didn't have that 5-star feeling, you know? Although, did it? I don't know. If I was still doing half stars, I would probably give it 4.5, honestly. Like, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. But I'm trying not to do half stars for whatever reason. I don't know. I just invented that in my brain. I thought it would be easier, and it kind of is, because now I've kind of like trained myself out of thinking about half stars, which like really it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? But I don't know. One day I was just kind of like, why do we need half stars? Like, that just sounds complicated. Like, what is the point of that? If it's not a 5, then it's a 4. I don't know. Oh my gosh, these glasses are kind of driving me crazy. So yeah, like I said, I've started Mary, and I have a feeling Nat Cassidy is going to redeem himself with this one because it's good so far. I'm not far in. I'm literally only like 20 pages in or something. But it's so far so good. So I'm really excited to keep reading that one. And also, everybody is obsessed with it. Like, everybody is hyping it up and saying how good it is. So yeah, I have a good feeling about that one. A book that I am almost finished with as well is A Staircase in the Woods. I've been listening to it on audio for the past probably like couple of weeks now, honestly. It's a really long audiobook. I don't know how chunky the physical book is, but like, dang, it's like a 14-hour audiobook or something, or 13-hour, I don't know. It's long for like horror. But it's basically about this group of friends who, when they were teenagers, they were like camping in the woods, and they came across this random creepy staircase in the woods, and one of them went up it, and he went missing, and they never saw him again. And then the book goes, it's like dual timeline, so we're following them when they're adults. It's like 20 years later or something, and they find another staircase in the woods when they like all reunited as friends, and they go up it. So yeah, it is. I was so excited. Like, this is one of my most anticipated horror books this year. It's by Chuck Wendig, and I haven't read anything from him, but I've definitely like heard his name in the horror community, but I just didn't know what to expect because I haven't read from him before. Okay, my craft dinner is done. But unfortunately, I kind of hate it. I kind of hate this book, oh my gosh, which is so sad. But it is just like so, kind of want a soda. A little soda. Do we have any Zevia? Ooh, I have a kombucha, but I'm trying to save that for when I'm in the bath. Okay. Oh, there is a ginger ale. I'll just have water, actually. So the main reason that I'm not enjoying the book is because the characters are so annoying. Like, these, oh my gosh, there's so many times where I'm just like rolling my eyes and I'm like, I cannot stand these characters. Like, all of them are annoying, especially the guys. Like, well, the girl too, honestly. Like, they're all just not likable. And I don't even mind an unlikable character, but they're like actively annoying. Like, I'm just, yeah, I can't with that. So that's the main reason I don't like it. But also, it's just like not like, I don't know if it's really doing anything new and interesting. Like, I haven't even read that much horror, so I don't know. And it just feels so long. Like, I feel like it took so long, like the beginning took so long before things actually even started happening. And you're just spending time with these like insufferable characters. And then they finally go up and it's like, okay. And then it just seems like it goes on forever and ever. And I'm like kind of curious as to what the ending is going to be. So I'm still listening to it. And I feel like the audiobook is well done. But yeah, it's just not for me, unfortunately, mostly because of the characters, even the writing. Like, the writing's good, but I don't know. I was expecting something different from it, I think. So yeah, sadly not enjoying that one, but like, I'm happy to just keep listening to it. Like, I've just been listening to it while I'm out in the garden, so it's just kind of like playing in my ears and I'm like, whatever. But I'm not like obsessed with it, obviously. Anyways, thanks for listening. I'm gonna have my dinner and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Work on painting my cabinet a little bit more. Need to clean the kitchen at some point. It is kind of a big mess. The only thing about this like project that I started now, like it's gonna take so long and I'm like, where am I gonna, like I don't want this taking up my table for the next week. You know what I mean? This is one of the problems of having a small house. Like there's no extra space for me to like work on something and leave it set up. So I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I'm most excited to just get in the bath tonight and to read more of Mary. So hopefully that is going to be what most of my evening is comprised of. So, oh, and we'll open the aardvark box. Yes, we will do that. So I will catch up with y'all later. Talking without pressing record again. I just got out of the tub. It was really nice to hang out in there. I had a bath the other day, but before that I hadn't had a bath in so long. But since it has been rainy out, it's been really nice. Also, my back has felt broken for the past 2 days, and I think it's just from doing garden stuff. I've been like carrying heavy bags of soil around and pushing the wheelbarrow, which is very difficult when it's full of soil. But now it is super late. Well, it's 9:30. That's super late for me. I'm ready to go to bed. It's getting dark outside now, and I'm actually kind of creeped out of this book, Mary. It's quite gruesome, and I think that this might scare me. So I don't know if I'm going to continue reading this before I go to bed, but the other books that I'm listening to are all horror as well, which is insane. So I'm listening, or did I say listening to? Reading in general. I'm listening to The Staircase in the Woods, like I talked to you about before, which like I wouldn't want to listen to that before bed. It just wouldn't be the relaxing vibe. And then the book that I'm reading on my Kobo, which I'm barely into because I've just been focusing so much on my physical reads, I guess. But it is Wake Up and Open Your Eyes. Wake Up and Open Your Eyes. Yeah, by Clay McLeod Chapman, I believe. I could probably read that one before bed, honestly. That's probably what I'll do because I am like 3% into it. I'm just at the beginning, so I don't think anything too crazy is gonna happen yet, like too scary that's gonna put me off sleep, but I could be wrong. I guess maybe that will be a risk. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just end up picking something light and fluffy to start on my Kobo, but I have so many books going right now, it's crazy. And I'm also listening to Ward D by Frida McFadden, just a quick little thriller because I saw that they had it on Libby, so maybe I'll listen to that, honestly, because I don't think that would like scare me, at least not at the point I'm at, because I'm still at the beginning. Anyways, that's not why we are gathered here right now. We are gathered to open my aardvark box. So I was honestly just gonna go to bed. Oh yeah, that's why I started talking about what I was gonna read before bed, because I was gonna go to bed. It's like dark out, I'm tired, but then I was like, why don't we do a little candlelit aardvark unboxing? Like, I feel like the vibe is correct because I think that this is all horror thriller kind of books. I don't remember what the third one is actually, but we're gonna find out here. I am very excited. I love unboxing my aardvark box. So let's clip you on. I already already undid the tape. Let's see here. Boop. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, I do remember picking that one. This is the thriller. I do believe. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, they are all like horror thriller kind of vibes. Okay, I remember now. So the first one that I picked is Julie Chan is Dead by Lian Zhang. And this is a thriller about two sisters, twin sisters actually. One of them croaks and she's like a famous influencer, and then her sister just takes her place and is like living her life after she dies. Oh my gosh. It says Julie Chan has nothing. Her twin sister has everything except a pulse. Oh, they were separated at a young age. The identical twins were polar opposites and rarely spoke except for one viral video that Chloe initiated. Finding my long lost twin and buying her a house. #emotional. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to read this. Like, this just sounds like such a fun time. Transforming into Chloe is easier than expected. Julie effortlessly adopts her sister's luxurious lifestyle, complete with designer clothes, a meticulous skincare routine, and millions of adoring followers. However, Julie soon realizes that Chloe's seemingly picture-perfect life was anything but. Haunted by Chloe's untimely death and struggling to fit into her new privileged circle, Julie faces mounting challenges during a week-long island retreat with her twins' exclusive group of friends. As events spiral out of control, Julie uncovers the sinister forces that may have led to her sister's demise and realizes she might be the next target. Julie Chan is Dead is a razor-sharp, diabolical debut thriller from a promising young talent. What the heck? Why does this sound so entertaining? I feel like I need to bump this to my June TBR because what the heck. Oh, Monica Kim blurbed the back. The author of The Eyes are the best part. Engrossing and diabolically fun, Zhang's wonderful debut made me cringe, laugh, and cover my eyes. I was hooked until the very last page. I think I'm gonna be reading it in June. Aardvark just has the nicest, like their covers, the way that they feel, they're like matte, and I don't know, I just feel like their books are so high quality. It always just feels like luxurious unboxing them. Anyways, this is the next book that I got, Immaculate Conception by Ling Ling Huang. I have her book Natural Beauty on my Kobo wish list, but I haven't read it yet. But she is often talked about whenever people are talking about like weird literary fiction or weird girl fiction. So I've been very curious about checking her out, and when I saw that Aardvark had her newest, I was like, don't mind if I do, you know? I don't remember what this is about. It says, what if you could enter the mind of the person you love the most? Enka meets Mathilde in art school and is instantly drawn to her. Mathilde makes art that feels truly original, and Enka, trying hard to prove herself in this fiercely competitive world, pours everything into their friendship. But when Mathilde's fame and success cause her to begin to drift away, Enka becomes desperate to keep her close. Enter Scaffold. Purported to enhance empathy, this cutting-edge technology could allow Enka to inhabit Mathilde's mind and access her memories, artistic inspirations, and deep-seated trauma. Undergoing this process would link Enka and Mathilde forever, but at what cost? So this sounds very like Black Mirror-esque. Blisteringly smart, thought-provoking, and shocking, Immaculate Conception offers as a portrait of close friendship, achingly tender and twisted, that captures the tenuous line between love and possession, which will haunt you long after you turn the final page. Oh, this sounds so good too. Oh my gosh, the books that have been coming out lately, like they all just sound so interesting and enticing. Can't wait to read this one as well. Dun, 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 dun. And if anyone has read Natural Beauty, let me know what your thoughts were, because I'm very just curious to pick up this author. And then next, The Man of the Hour. I'm so excited about this one, even more so now that I am thinking that I'm gonna really enjoy Mary. It is When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. This is his newest novel, as you can see. And yeah, I've been hearing people absolutely raving about this. Like, I'm seeing 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. I'm seeing people say that this is their favorite of the year. This is their favorite Nat Cassidy. So I am very, very keen to pick this up, even though I'm literally starting my first like Nat Cassidy novel. Right now I've like barely started it, but I'm getting a good vibe, okay? It's kind of dark to see the cover, but it is stunning. His other novels on the back there. I don't really know what this is about either, to be quite honest. Nat Cassidy returns with When the Wolf Comes Home, an unabashed, adrenaline-fueled pop horror thriller where the darkest fears can become reality. One night, Jess, a struggling actress, finds a 5-year-old runaway hiding in the bushes outside her apartment. After a violent, bloody encounter with the boy's father, she and the boy find themselves running for their lives. As they attempt to evade the boy's increasingly desperate father, horrifying incidents of butchery follow them. At first, Jess thinks she understands what they're up against, but she's about to learn that there's more to these surreal and grisly events than she could have ever imagined. And that when the wolf finally comes home, no one will be spared. Okay. Oh my gosh. And Grady is blurbed on the front. This is the kind of great, big, epic horror novel we got back in the 80s. How fun. I can't wait. Ooh, Tananarive Dew blurbed the back as well. An imaginative, adrenaline-fueled wild ride through the babysitting job from hell, brims with both horror and heart. I still have to read Nestlings as well, and I'm really excited about that one. I have so much Nat Cassidy on my backlist, it's ridiculous. Thank goodness we're reading Mary this month. Well, I'm reading Mary this month, and I'm going to be updating you about it, because, dang, like, I've got a lot of his books now. Anyways, that was my aardvark, my full aardvark box for May. These ones look different. My little bookmarks. The aardvark bookmarks are so cute. And they always do these little challenges as well. We challenge you to create a dinner party guest list, minimum 4 attendees, with the main characters from books. At least one book must be an aardvark pick. Tag us on Insta, TikTok, or Blue Sky by May 25th for the chance to win a free credit. That's so cute. Yeah, the picks just sounded so good this month. For aardvark and book of the month, honestly. I went crazy with both of them. I am going to get into bed now and read something. I don't know. Will I? Like, everything I'm reading is freaking scary, so I don't know. And it's also kind of late, so I probably won't stay up for too much longer. And I think that I'm also going to end the vlog here. So thank you so much for joining me for another week. It really means a lot that y'all choose to spend your time with me every Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you watch these vlogs or whenever I post them. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments, and I will see you next week. Bye!